My dad cheated and demanded I accept his new family. We just want to be one big, happy family. Then his affair partner pulled up and freaked out. All right, let's set the scene. Dallas, Texas, summer heat, and one absolutely messed up family situation. My name's Casey, 18F, and I'm about to give y'all a front row seat to the train wreck. That is my dad's midlife crisis. My dad, Greg, 47M, former family man, now CEO of Bad Decisions, managed to wreck a 20-year marriage for a woman he met at the office. You'd think a grown man would at least have the decency to cheat with someone remotely discreet, but nah, he went full corporate scandal mode. The woman? Danielle, late 30s, single mom, self-proclaimed independent woman who somehow needs another woman's husband to survive. She's got a kid, Oliver, age 5, who she parades around like a free pass for all her nonsense. But see, the real fun started when Danielle decided she wasn't just gonna take my dad, she was gonna take everything. My mom, Linda, 45F, owns a bakery. Small place, nothing fancy, but she's been running it for years, making cute little cupcakes for bridezillas and overpriced lattes for moms pretending to be stressed. One fine Tuesday afternoon, Danielle walks in like she owns the place. Bold move. I was stocking the pastry case, minding my business, when I saw her stroll in. Sunglasses, messy bun, fake designer purse, the whole cheater's girlfriend starter pack look. She walked right up to my mom, real casual, and started talking. Didn't hear the first few words, but whatever it was, it made my mom's face go blank. Then I caught a few lines. I just want to be civil. Greg is good to my son. Hope we can all be adults about this. She actually thought she could just waltz into my mom's store, smelling like betrayal, and have a civil conversation. Mom didn't even raise her voice, just wiped her hands on her apron and pointed at the door. Danielle did not take the hint. She started going on about how my dad was building a new life and how she didn't want tension because a little boy's future was at stake. The second she mentioned her son, the entire bakery went silent. Customers stopped pretending not to eavesdrop. A guy who was halfway through eating a cinnamon roll paused. Then Mom hit her with a classic, "You need to leave." Danielle huffed, threw out some snarky, "I expected better from you" nonsense, and stormed out. Customers clapped, like an actual full round of applause. Bakery customers? Petty. I love it. Round 2. Parking lot drama. Figured that was the end of it. Nope. An hour later, I left the bakery to pick up some supplies from Walgreens. And guess who was waiting in the parking lot? Danielle, sitting in her car, just staring, like some Lifetime movie villain. I kept walking, acting like I didn't see her, but as soon as I got near my car, she rolled her window down. Something about mature conversations, and thinking about Oliver's feelings. Blah, blah, blah. I unlocked my car, threw the bags in, and left. Not today, lady. The family war begins. The grandparents take sides. That night, the calls started. Grandma Mitchell, 72F, master of guilt tripping, called first. "She's just trying to keep things peaceful, Casey." Peaceful? She walked into my mom's business and tried to play the victim. Then Grandpa Mitchell called, demanding I at least try to understand where my father is coming from. "Oh, you mean the part where he took his wedding vows and set them on fire?" Nah. Then it got better. Dad called. Now Greg Mitchell, for all his faults, at least used to be a decent liar. But this time, he didn't even try. Danielle is part of my life now, and it would mean a lot to me if you could be open to a new family dynamic. Nope, not happening. So I did what any mature, responsible adult would do. Hung up mid-sentence. Block. 3 days later, I was at Target, grabbing some random junk. Dry shampoo, overpriced snacks, some clearance candles that smelled like regret. Guess who conveniently bumped into me near the frozen food aisle? Danielle? With Oliver. Oh, and she had a cart full of nothing but organic snacks. Diet sodas and almond milk. The woman looked like a Whole Foods commercial. She smiled, all fake and friendly, like we were besties. Oliver saw me, lit up like a Christmas tree, and waved. The kid? Not his fault. He didn't ask for any of this. Danielle, her fault. 100%. She tried to chat, but I was already grabbing frozen waffles like my life depended on it. By the time she tried to drop another guilt trip about Oliver needing a family, I was already walking away. I should have known it wasn't over. A week later, I got a text from Dad. Family dinner. 7 p.m. Olive Garden. Don't be late. Oh, he really thought this was going to be a thing. I showed up just to see the disaster unfold. Big round table. Dad, Danielle, Oliver, my grandparents. The betrayal squad all present. They ordered a bunch of appetizers, all sitting there like it was one big happy sitcom family moment. The minute I sat down, I knew it was an ambush. Danielle hit me with the "I just want to talk" voice. Grandma whispered about forgiveness. Dad tried to slide me a plate of breadsticks like that was gonna make me forget everything. I sat there chewing my free food, waiting for the moment they'd get to the point. And then there it was. Oliver sees you as his sister. He needs you in his life. Danielle is part of the family now. You need to let go of the past. I wiped my mouth with my napkin, leaned back in my chair, and just stared at them. I didn't say a word. I just stood up, threw $20 on the table to cover my drink, and walked out. Blocked my dad. Blocked my grandparents. Blocked Danielle. That should have been the end of it, but oh no, they weren't done yet. And that's where the real chaos started. All right, so after the absolute dumpster fire that was Olive Garden family night, I thought I was done, thought I could just walk away, block every number, and never have to deal with the circus again. But then the court had to step in with its fair and reasonable custody agreement. Apparently, being 17 meant I still had to do the bi-weekly hostage exchange until I hit the magic number 18. Every other weekend, like clockwork, I had to pack my stuff and go play happy daughter at my dad's new house. And by house, I mean cookie-cutter rental with beige walls, zero personality, and a couch that looked like it came from a waiting room. The first weekend, welcome to suburbia purgatory. Friday evening, Dad picked me up. I got in the car, AirPods in, 0 words exchanged. Danielle, already at the house, smiling like a deranged Pinterest mom. Oliver, jumping up and down at the door like a caffeinated squirrel. I walked in, took one look around, and knew exactly what kind of nightmare weekend this was going to be. Danielle had set up my room. Pink bedding, motivational wall art, a framed picture of her, my dad, and Oliver on the nightstand. Bold move. Then she hit me with the I made your favorite meal act. Chicken Alfredo. Except it wasn't. It was some weird cauliflower-based, dairy-free, Whole30 approved nightmare that smelled like regret. Dad sat at the table pretending this wasn't a hostage situation. Oliver kept trying to talk to me. I ignored them all, choked down the food, and went to my room. Woke up at 7 a.m. to the sound of Danielle vacuuming. 7 a.m. Decided to go outside just to get away from the Stepford wife energy in the house. That's when I met the neighbors. Karen Murr 1, blonde bob, yoga pants, holding a tiny dog that looked embarrassed to be alive. Karen number 2, power walking, holding a Starbucks cup and a deep hatred for teenagers. They both eyed me like I was a stray raccoon. Then came the questions. Oh, are you Greg's daughter? Your dad is just wonderful. Danielle is so sweet, isn't she? Yeah, so sweet she stole a whole husband. But sure, Karen. I mumbled something, faked a smile, and went for a walk. By the time I got back, Danielle had planned a fun family day. Translation, pure misery. Danielle dragged me and Oliver to Target for some kind of back-to-school shopping spree. Except I wasn't going back to school. I was graduating in a few months and already planning my escape. But that didn't stop Danielle from grabbing matching backpacks for me and Oliver. Matching. Like we were twin kindergartners. People were staring. Oliver was thrilled. I was actively fighting the urge to walk into oncoming traffic. By checkout, she was chattering about quality time and new traditions. Then she tried to hug me, in public, in a fully packed Target checkout line. I sidestepped so fast she nearly fell into the gum display. Woke up to Danielle in full-blown church mode. Dress, pearls, acting like she hadn't destroyed a marriage. Apparently, she volunteered us to help with Sunday school. Absolutely not. I sat in the back, half asleep, while Oliver ran around with a bunch of sticky-fingered toddlers. Then came the pastor's wife. She sat next to me, all polite and fake smiley. It must be so nice to have a little brother. Danielle told me you're adjusting so well. Adjusting? I was surviving. Barely. Just when I thought the weekend couldn't get worse, I met the dog. Danielle's rescue. Some kind of shaky, 3-legged Chihuahua mix that looked like it saw Vietnam. She shoved it into my arms. She's still adjusting. She just needs love, the thing growled. Then it bit me. On the wrist. I dropped it. It ran under the couch. Danielle acted like I just committed a felony. She's just scared. Yeah. So was I. Dad made me apologize to the dog. I apologized to the dog. The dog didn't accept. The escape? Never again. Sunday night. 6:59 p.m. I was standing at the door, backpack on, ready to launch myself into my mom's car the second she pulled up. Dad tried to hug me goodbye. I dodged. Danielle tried to schedule a girls' spa day for next weekend. I fake smiled, said sounds great, and slammed the car door before she could finish the sentence. Mom took one look at me and sighed. That bad? I just cranked up the radio. Never again. Of course, I thought that was the worst of it. But then came Oliver's birthday party, and that's when all hell really broke loose. So, after barely surviving my mandatory weekend at Dad and Danielle's dysfunctional den, I thought I had some breathing room. I was wrong, because the next disaster came gift-wrapped with balloons, frosting, and a guilt trip the size of Texas. Oliver's birthday. A 5-year-old's birthday shouldn't be this dramatic. Should have been about balloons, sugar highs, and kids fighting over a piñata. But leave it to Danielle and Dad to turn it into a full-blown custody war. It started with a bright yellow envelope shoved into my backpack. Danielle had somehow slipped it in during my weekend sentence at their house. Inside, an invitation, handwritten, in glitter gel pen. Come celebrate Oliver's 5th birthday. There was a smiley face, and a heart. And we'd love to have you there, underlined twice. They really thought I was gonna show up and play big happy family for a kid that wasn't mine. I threw it in my locker and forgot about it. A week passed, then came the texts. Dad, hey, Oliver keeps asking if you're coming to his party. Would mean a lot to him. Grandma, Casey, sweetheart, a little boy shouldn't suffer because of adult problems. Grandpa, he thinks of you as a sister. You can't just ignore him. Danielle went full manipulative mode. A long Facebook post about how family is more than blood and how children deserve unconditional love. She didn't tag me, but she didn't have to. Every mutual family friend saw it. The comments were full of praying for your family and kids come first nonsense. I kept ignoring it. Then I got ambushed. I was at Walmart minding my own business, just trying to buy some frozen pizza and energy drinks. Turned a corner. Boom. Danielle? With Oliver, holding a birthday gift bag. Oh, this was planned. Oliver saw me first, lit up like it was Christmas morning. Casey, are you coming to my party? Danielle, watching me like a hawk, like she wanted me to break the kid's heart right in front of the Cocoa Puffs. I glanced at my cart. Frozen pizza, Red Bull, zero patience. I mumbled something about being busy and speed walked away. Didn't stop until I was at self-checkout. Swiped my items like my life depended on it. Paid, left. Blocked 3 more numbers on the drive home. Saturday came. Nope, did not go. Spent the day eating junk food and binge watching, a show where rich people yelled at each other. Thought I was finally free. Until Dad called. Didn't answer. Then came the voicemail. Casey, Oliver cried when he didn't see you. He waited for you all day. You broke his heart. I hope you're happy. Oh. So now I was the villain, not the dude who wrecked his own family, not the homewrecker who tried to force a fake sister-brother bond. Nah, me. For not showing up to a party I never agreed to attend. Cool. Then the grandparent meltdown began. My phone rang. Grandma. Again. This woman was determined. I finally picked up. Didn't even say hello. She went straight to the rant. I don't recognize you anymore. This isn't how you were raised. He's a child. How could you abandon him like this? Your father is trying so hard. Oh, is he? Is that what we're calling it? Cheating, lying, and playing victim? She kept going. You used to have such a kind heart. I'm so disappointed in who you're becoming. I let her finish, then hit her with the coldest response. Maybe you should take a long, hard look at the son you raised before judging me. Silence. Then she hung up, blocked. By Monday, I thought the storm had passed. Nope. Danielle? Not done. She waited. Waited until I was walking home from school. Pulled up in her mom van, parked right in my path, and rolled down the window. We need to talk. I kept walking. She got out of the car. Oliver was devastated. I kept walking. She followed. Full crazy ex energy. Started rambling about how I was damaging an innocent child, how my anger was clouding my judgment, how I should rise above the drama. Lady, you are the drama. I finally stopped, turned to her, and let the truth fly. You slept with a married man and expected a happy ending. You don't get to play the victim now, she stammered. I walked away. By the time I got home, my phone was blowing up. Dad. Grandparents, even some random cousin I hadn't spoken to in years. Blocked, blocked, blocked. By Tuesday, the entire family group chat was in flames. Apparently, someone, Danielle, had gone crying to literally everyone. The messages? Pure insanity. You'll regret pushing family away. What happened to forgiveness? You're acting so cold. Oh, am I? Because last I checked, I wasn't the one wrecking homes and manipulating kids. I left the chat, deleted every message, and moved on. Of course, I thought that was the worst of it. But then came the final showdown. Danielle wasn't done. Dad wasn't done. And the next disaster would be even messier. After dodging Danielle's guilt trip birthday ambush, blocking half my extended family, and officially being labeled the villain in the never-ending soap opera, that was my dad's midlife crisis. I figured things might finally calm down. Yeah. Nope, because Danielle wasn't done. She waited, she plotted. And then she struck. The after-school ambush, it started on a random Thursday. I was walking home enjoying my post-school mental detox when suddenly a white minivan pulled up. Danielle? Driver's window down, sunglasses on, mom rage level activated. She didn't yell. She didn't even glare. She just sat there, looking at me like I was some ungrateful, soulless monster who kicked puppies for fun. Then she got out. Oh, so we were doing this in public. Fine. She stormed over, arms crossed, looking like she was about to deliver the monologue of the century. We need to talk. No, we don't. Kept walking. She followed. The audacity. Danielle's TED Talk on family. She launched into it. The full "how could you do this to a child" speech. Apparently, Oliver had been asking about me nonstop. Apparently, I had broken his heart. Apparently, I needed to think about the bigger picture. She threw in every guilt trip imaginable. You're young. You don't understand what it's like to be a mother. One day, you'll regret shutting out people who love you. Your dad is trying so hard. Lady, the only thing my dad is trying hard at is avoiding consequences. I didn't say a word. I just kept walking. She sped up. And then, she went for the nuclear option. Right there on a busy sidewalk, she snapped, I have done nothing but try to bring this family together, and you have treated me like trash. Heads turned. People stared. Some guy waiting for his Uber pulled out his phone. Oh, this was a show now. I stopped, turned, looked her dead in the eyes, and let her have it. The reality check. You wrecked my family. You stole my dad. And now you're mad I don't want to be part of your perfect little fantasy? Her face, priceless. She stammered. I wasn't done. You keep acting like I owe you something. I don't. You're not my mom. You're not my friend. You're just the woman who blew up my life and expected applause. Her mouth opened, closed, opened again. Then she burst into tears. Oh. So now we're doing this, people whispered. Some lady with a shopping cart full of organic groceries shook her head in disappointment. I walked away. Danielle just stood there sobbing, like I was the villain in her sad suburban drama. I didn't care. Blocked her number on sight. But of course, that wasn't the end. Because next up, Dad's final desperate attempt at control. Thought I was done after the public sidewalk soap opera. I was wrong, because Dad wasn't finished. The family meeting set up. Sunday morning. Still in bed, phone buzzed. A text from Dad. Come to brunch. 10 a.m., no excuses. Oh, no excuses? Sir, I have so many excuses. Didn't respond. 30 minutes later, Grandma called. Declined. Then Grandpa. Declined. Then Dad again. Block. I already knew what this was. One last desperate intervention attempt, and I wasn't falling for it. The coincidental encounter. 2 hours later, I made the mistake of going out. Needed coffee. Figured I'd hit up Starbucks, grab an overpriced iced latte, and enjoy my drama-free Sunday. Pulled into the lot. Walked in. Ordered. And then I saw him. Dad. At a table, waiting. Oh. So we're doing ambush parenting now? Sat down, didn't speak. He sighed, all world-weary dad disappointment. Then came the classic lines. You don't have to like Danielle, but you have to respect her. I never wanted this to be hard on you. She's my wife now. This is your family. Sat there, sipping my iced caramel macchiato, waiting for the actual point. Then came the real reason. Oliver still asks about you. Oh. So we're back to that. Cool. He tried one last guilt trip. One day you'll realize you pushed away people who cared about you. I put my drink down, looked him straight in the eyes. One day, you'll realize you replaced your real family with strangers. Silence. For the first time, he had nothing to say. I grabbed my drink, stood up, and walked away. Blocked him. Blocked everyone. Game over. No more texts. No more guilt trips. Just silence. Finally. Danielle still plays the victim online. Grandparents still think I'm heartless. Dad probably regrets sending that first text. But me? I sleep just fine. Subscribe for more messy stories like this.